Thank you. Good morning. To some of the best people on earth, yes? Yes. Some of the most highly trained, highly skilled, and high-energy folks there are, yes? Yes. You didn't expect a safety presenter to have any energy, did you? It is very good to be here. I have been very fortunate to have spent time with every single distribution center that you have in the organization. I have been from Florida to Calgary to Orange County to St. Louis. Every one of you is a professional. You do not build the world's best paint company by being ordinary people. From your janitors to your president, you are the best. That's not brown nose, that's a fact. Palpable, definable, and measurable. One of the areas where you are going to continue to be the best, because of your company's commitment internally, from the highest level out, is in safety. The company is going custom. They have across the board. I have worked with your interdisciplinary teams to create custom systems designed specifically for your needs, built around your business culture, and defined by your people. So this is not a one-size-fits-all. It has been built for you. From the highest levels, working to keep the people as safe as possible. This includes you, the sales team. What does behavior-based mean? This gentleman over here puts his hands here and taps his fingers together. You tap with your index finger on whatever you're touching. A couple of you play with pens. I've watched one of you chew his nails. What? Behavior-based is what you do when you don't know anyone is watching. It is ingrained life habit. It's what you do because you've done it so many times, it's just habit. And behavior-based safety is safety that becomes integrated, personalized, and a part of what you do as your daily habit. Behavior-based safety has been around. You are the leaders of the finest paint organization on earth. You have 400 individuals that look to you for leadership in increasing their sales, but they also look to you for increasing getting home safe to their loved ones every single night of their career. Therefore, you need to think as a unit, together for their safety, and get them to think as a unit. New hires to the guys that have been with you 2 years. Like, I apologize, the young man's name that I worked with in Little Rock that day. Robbie. Robbie. I always wanted to say Joey, I don't know why. Good kid, by the way, he needs a raise. But when the boss is screaming and doing this mess, you say to yourself, I'm only going to be here 5 seconds, moving this barrel over here or whatever. I don't have time. Ooh. Because I don't want to lose my... I always have time to do the right thing because I don't want to lose my life. Safety isn't about rules. It's about a way of life. And I can hear the wheels turning in a couple of heads here. I've been with the company 16 years. I got a hangnail 4 years ago. What's the big push for safety? Huh? What's this guy so excited about? Chill. 1997, your customer had 756 stores, yes? In 2000, you broke 1,000. How many stores do you have now? They're growing, aren't they? Anytime that you grow, you go through change. Anytime you go through change, challenges arise. I was only there 1/2 day in Little Rock, okay? But I watched Robbie working like a dog to do a reset. And I watched a man put a 2-gallon paint can right behind his feet. You got to invest in the whole team. Begin with yourself. Begin to consider and think about your safety every single hour of every single workday. To use an old truism, the strength of a chain is bound to its weakest link. Yes, that has to do with people, that's true. But more importantly, folks, it has to do with time in the day. You are solo artists. You are single professionals. You're not always on the floor with 14 other people that you work with day in and day out, 8 hours a day on a shift, like your fine people in the distribution or manufacturing facilities, yes?
Right.
And in the course of doing a setup or a reset, and you've worked 9 hours at this store because it's a behemoth, and you've got a 2-hour drive and work another 3 hours because you have to get that store set, or am I talking gibberish? Am I making sense here? Am I the only guy in the world that I just get kind of frazzled? When is the most dangerous time of the day?
3 o'clock.
The most dangerous time of the day is when you've been at it about 2 hours. You're in the rhythm, and you are not worn out. You are focused, but you're not focused on your surroundings. You're focused on... That's when it's the most dangerous. You mean when I get in the swing of things? Yes. Because you can't get into the swing of things. That's where you need to broaden your focus. Investing in safety is everyone's job. It is the junior people. It is the new hires. And it is, I can't say old dogs. Yeah, I can. The old dogs. How long does it take to successfully train, or not successfully, excuse me, profitably train a new hire? Anybody want to venture a guess? Forever. Forever. A lot longer than it takes to keep the good people you have healthy and on the job. Think safe. Act safe. To get the whole team home whole. Oh, that's kind of simplistic. Yes, it is. It's just like becoming the world's leader in paint sales. You don't do it through slick, slimy talk, do you? How do you do it?
Hard work.
Shoulder spraining, back straining, bruising, callousing, service. Yes? And the best paint products. You keep your customer stocked, you keep your customer right, you keep your customer satisfied, and your customer keeps you. Well, that's kind of simple, isn't it? Anybody can do that. Not everybody does. Something. What part of you would you willingly give up physically? By the way, I asked this question of every single employee. Over 430 so far, including vice presidents and managers throughout your distribution centers. It's a regional thing. I don't understand it. Allentown, Pennsylvania, very vocal. Oh, heck no. I mean, that fast. Orange County? Gee, I don't know. Here's the deal. What part of you would you willingly give up if you knew 100% that you'd have to? That it could have been prevented. Just by investing the time each day to think safe and act safe. Why invest in behavior-based safety? I think we're beginning to see. Because safety is not a set of rules and regulations. You cannot regulate good thinking. Yes? Safety is a primary, basic component of every thought, every action, every job. Bear has a culture. Every company does. But your culture is high energy. It is polite, not just business cordial, at least the people I've run into. Am I correct? There's a higher level of thinking going on because you remain cogent, kind, and responsive when sometimes your people you're dealing with aren't, yes? How do you do that? Because you make it a basic part of who you are in the team. What has been the most challenging thing to your overall safety? Personally for yourself, is it lifting the fives off the top? Is it the striped cards? You know, that blew my mind. I did. I helped. I got bored watching him work like a dog, so I helped. The point is this. There is something for each individual, and it's not the same for every individual. Think on that. You are, without a doubt, almost to a man, some of the most physically fit people that I have seen over 20. Your handshakes are firm. Your shoulders are square, broad. You're healthy. Make sure your team questions.
I've been with this company 16 years. I don't need to ask questions off of no grunt. I know what they're thinking.
Oh boy. The thing is, they don't know you know. So when you ask questions, when I ask an honest question of you, where are you from, sir?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Originally?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cool. Down on the river?
On the river.
You betcha. Have you noticed that just 50 miles east of you, the people, when they don't understand what you just said, they say, please?
No, they do, yeah.
Cool area. I love it. You know what just happened? A man that I've never met in my life, don't know from Adam, just opened up and honestly talked to me. You see, when you ask honest, real questions, and not just BS questions, people know it, and they answer you. The neat thing about it, at least to some degree, you have to open the door of your mind and your heart to get the information out. And when that door is open to get the information out, hopefully it's open just enough for me to get something occurs when everyone is involved. You see, one of the reasons that safety has had a problem catching on in some cultures, business-wise, is because everybody sees it as just an add-on. See, we're dealing with human nature in all forms. And human nature says, well, let's see, you're not 6 years old, you don't have a pacifier in your mouth, you have a driver's license, you're an adult, so surely you know how to live and act and work safely. What gave you that idea? There is a potential of hazard in everything that you do, yes. But train your people to think beyond the human nature of getting bored, worn out, aggravated. The whole world gets aggravated, but you're a professional. Remain focused, yes? So that they get home safe to their loved ones. Your client, your customers' people get home safe to their loved ones because we affect their safety as much as they do ours. And your team remains successful, intact, motivated, and undisputedly one of the best people they could have in their stores. Take the time to help your people learn where to step and how to move around in this wonderful, exciting, fast-paced, challenging world of remaining and advancing as being the best paint company on earth. Thank you for your time.